Okay, so the combo system in this game is honestly different for every character. There's general rules that apply to the combo scheme, but the combo schemes are all dedicated to each character. So what I mean by that is like the general juggle system is the same, right? But some characters, their juggles are different, right? So like take for example, Giovanna can like juggle you with like 5k, 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 where Jackal can't do something like that. And there's also like different types of like different moves give different types of like hit properties, if you will, if that makes sense. So sometimes you'll get like a longer hit stun because they'll stay in the air like a counter hit or something like that. So take for example this, right? Yeah, like her, she gets to do stuff like that, which most characters in the game can't do stuff like this. Like that. So let's say with Chip we do the same kind of thing, right? We can't link like a close slash like that, right? Use it in the corner. Because there's a lot more pushback, right? Because there's more pushback, you're not really allowed to go for that, right? So you have to opt for something different for him. See, there's no time for like a micro dash, and that's just like fast as normal. In addition, you can't use, like, say for example, you know, Gio was using 5k. I can't do that as shit. Like it's not the same. So for him, you have to use different normals if you want to like get that launch, or that extra launch how Gio gets on her kick. You have to use 2k with Chip if you want to do that. See? Now we can do the rest. Just know that like every set of combos are just gonna be different. Like the juggle system is unique to every character. There are general rules to follow with the juggle system. So like generally speaking, like if you hit with your RC, you know they're gonna launch, right? Or if you drift up, they're gonna launch higher, right? So I'll give you another example coming back to Chip, right? Because he's an easy one to show this example. Obviously because he's the main character I play, right? Other than Jackal. Alright, so generally speaking with Chip, in order to get into this, you would need like a counter hit for his wall run combos, right? Right? But there's other ways you can get into it. So from his overhead, you can do drift up in order to get it, because they get launched up higher. So these are some of the general rules you want to learn to follow in the game when it comes to the RC system and combos. There's also drifting backwards to call out burst, right? So say your enemy is bursting. See? You'll get away from it. And you can punish them for it. Off counter hit, quick. Now if they don't burst, it's okay. It's the same combo. You just gotta time it differently. You know what I'm saying? There's also quick canceling. So like take for example, let's say you wanted to take this and turn it into something, right? Or rather this and turn it into something. The problem with this is the damage scaling is kind of poop. Right? So 156, right? Is it better to do red RC or PRC for combos? It depends. There's also quick RC, right? So say for example, let's say I wanted to maximize my damage on my combos from that same hit, right? We'll do... You can quick RC with him and try to preserve the damage. See? As opposed to, let's say we did... Oh, roughly the same damage. I guess it just depends on what you're looking for with the character. So it can be relatively speaking the same damage, give or take, like the combo you go for. Like I know his combo structure really well because obviously I played him a shit ton. But like we still netted roughly the same damage. So it just depends. Like in some cases, quick RC is better. So like net more damage. Because quick RC opens up more doors. Whereas so like red Roman cancel and purple Roman cancel, right? They scale your damage because that burst hit, like the ring or the area effect hit, like this ring around the character, that scales the damage. Same thing with PRC, right? So that's like 74. Whoopsie. But if you don't use that, if you don't use PRC and stuff like that, then it won't scale nearly as bad. Even like blue canceling can still keep your damage like preserved. Like take for example, let's come back here. Let's use counter hit for a moment. This is a link right here, by the way. Counter hit 5/8 link from the drift RC. Blue cancel holds him there, right? Because there's a difference in the timer on the clock. Blue RC has quite a long timer for the clock. Same with the red Roman cancel. It's just a little bit shorter, I believe, than. I think red Roman cancel is red Roman cancel is the second shortest. Yeah, blue RC is the longest clock. Red is the second, and PRC is the shortest, but not too short. If that makes sense. I mean, they all have different. They all have different timers on them. So, you know, the clock that comes up. Like if you happen to hit the enemy with the ring, like you can even see it. It's visually like it's a visual thing too, right? Like you see the clock on there, but if you hit them, it just does this real fast, right? And the purple, it just spins around really fast. So yeah, this helps you like kind of figure out what you want to do. Because sometimes you may land like a straight hit and you're like, all right, what do I want to do with this? You know, let's say like, for example, I'll use a matchup here, right? Because this is actually a thing. I'm learning something here. Sometimes you have to do this as a punish for ship against Geo. And you have to learn how to convert from that. Because this is like -4. And there's different damage scaling because it's jabs and stuff like that. So you have to know how to like combo from these scenarios. Oh yeah, yo. Let me tell you, Blue RC for anti-air is some of the best shit in this game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Anti-air Blue RC is like, I get to do, alright, I'm gonna be that guy for a minute. I have a video on this already, you know, guys. Like, Blue RC applications on my YouTube, you know. Literally, I have a video on this. And like, the type of damage you can get off of an anti-air Blue RC is like nuts in this game. Straight up. Like, I already showed this before. Like, that's better than a 6P. You can Blue RC 6P and still get something, right? But it's a little bit trickier to land this. Cause like, there's a weird, 6Ps in this game have insane proration, or insane damage scaling, and insane like, piston deterioration. So like, because that's a thing, if you're gonna Blue RC into 6P, you have to be ready for that confirm, and be ready to maybe do something short. Maybe something short and sweet. And you could probably maximize some capacity, maybe get a better corner carry. It depends on what you want. You know, you can always just 6P, take the hard knockdown and go from there. 6P, go for a super, you know. It just depends on your character and your rewards. Chip problems.